I'm Maggie Malloy, and I'm on a journey to find the best value homes on the European property market. I'll be joined by Irish home buyers as we travel to uncover the most exotic and sun-drenched properties the continent has to offer.
Just not what I expected at all.
What is this? What has Maggie brought us to?
I'm just here really to give them a head start. Whether they're looking for a farmhouse in France or a pied-à-terre in Portugal, I'll use my nose for a bargain to help find the forever home of their dreams.
The price is unbelievable though.
I know. Using my own knowledge and with the help of a network of local experts, I'll navigate the market and unravel the red tape to uncover hidden gems all over Europe.
It's very spacious and the light here for a kitchen, it's beautiful.
I still think this is okay.
Well, it's not.
We'll explore exotic locations, discover properties with breathtaking views, and unleash the hidden potential in homes that otherwise may have been overlooked. So come along for the ride and join the hunt. This is Cheap European Homes. Today I'm in sun-soaked Portugal, and I can't wait to meet freelance writer Leonie and tour operator Shane from Longford. They're seasoned travellers, but now it's time for them to settle down.
When we got together 6 years ago, we always said that we wanted to live abroad. For the past number of months, I've been here with Mutty the dog in Portugal, and Shane's been back in Ireland. The house hunt has been hard. I'm working on my Portuguese, but my Portuguese is not up to scratch. And there's so many rules. Now that things are quietening for Shane, now we're like, right, let's get this, let's get our home.
We spent a lot of time in the Algarve, and the Algarve is very expensive, like it's super expensive down there, similar to Ireland. Whereas the farther north you come, like where we are now, there's a lot more value.
Once you move off the coast, it gets cheaper, but it also gets harder because what you love about it is that it's more, I hate saying it, but authentic Portugal, but it also means it's less accessible. And particularly with older properties, because I don't have the knowledge to know what I'm looking at. I can't wait to have Maggie's help. I really can't. I think it's like loads of things in life, for someone to bring down the noise and to help you focus. We've done the mortgage work here, so we know we can get a mortgage. If it was somewhere that we could do something with, in terms of rural turismo, which is like a B&B in Portugal, we would look at that.
So we want to look at this as our new venture.
Over 20% of Portugal's GDP comes from tourism, and the more than 25 million visitors who flock here every year. The government has recently launched a big campaign to attract foreign investment, and setting up a business here has never been easier. With a maximum budget of 250,000, I should be able to find lots of options for Leonie and Shane, and not having to be right on the coast should make my job a lot easier. To help me with my search, I've teamed up with local architect Frederica Pereira, who has more than 10 years' experience in the property market all over Portugal. Frederica is an expert in everything from planning and building regulations to local contractors. I'll be concentrating my search close to the historic city of Tomar in central Portugal. It's just an hour's drive to the coast and 90 minutes from the capital, Lisbon. The median property price in the area is around €160,000, and I'm sure I'll be able to surprise Leonie and Shane with some gems that are well within their budget. Today, it's pouring in Portugal, and we're heading out to the first property I've found. It's only 5 minutes from Tomar and comes with loads of land, including a small vineyard and lots of outhouses. I'll keep the asking price under my hat for now, because I want Leonie and Shane to make their best guess later on. I know Shane and Leonie really wanted somewhere that had a bit of soul, and I think I found that here. I don't think you could get somewhere with more soul than this. So do you have any worries looking at it?
Well, I do. It looks quite damp. Also, the windows need some replacing. As you see, they're very old and also damp. Let's look inside.
Okay, come on. So this is the main room as you walk in. It's a very kind of an old-fashioned feel to it, isn't it?
I see two major concerns in here. Well, you have one with the cracks on the walls, which is like a structural problem. Also, the ceiling looks a little damp.
which means the roof will need some fixing.
So this is the kitchen. I mean, it's quite substantial with the fitted units and stuff, and a beautiful big canopy again, where they used to have a lovely hearth.
Very nice. But I can see that we have more or less the same issues as we have in the living room. And I would say the whole electrical system should be replaced.
So there are 5 bedrooms in this house, and this by far is my favourite one. I mean, look at that floor.
Fantastic parquet. This is very nice.
One good room. So this is the cellar in here.
I think we found the problem for the cracks. Those pillars there, I think they need to be replaced.
I hope this doesn't scare them off. I really hope it doesn't. Frederica and I can see the potential in this rural property, but now it's time for Leonie and Shane to get their first look at my first choice.
Well, it's definitely very rustic, and we love the setting with all the old fruit trees and definitely the vintage cars.
I'd be a bit concerned of our road, that would be the only thing.
It is a little bit noisy, all right, yeah, but I have a couple of things to make up for it later on, so I'll just keep an open mind.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I have a little notebook here. I want you to take some notes when you're inside.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Admittedly, the bed is freaky.
Nice wooden ceiling.
So I'd be a bit concerned about there's like a heap of cracks in the walls. The other thing, it's a bit dark.
It is a bit
very
dark. This kitchen needs a lot of work.
That's moving.
Yeah. Floor definitely doesn't
It's a
feel
rock.
too solid right here. Whole place needs to be totally rewired.
It's too small though for us as a kitchen.
it is.
Like we kill each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do this as an office space or something. You wouldn't be sleeping here with the rug.
Yeah, it's pretty small for a bedroom.
A bit claustrophobic.
It looks pretty solid though.
Yeah, that's true. And I like what are they called? Parquet floors. The windows are class, but they'd all unfortunately need to be replaced because they all look super damp and there's no insulation whatsoever. Okay, outbuildings. I think you could do something cool here though. Like this could become your really bright kitchen.
Well, the oven to me is the coolest
Oh
thing.
wow! Oh, it's a bread oven.
Yeah, like the oven is definitely the coolest thing I've seen so
Yeah,
far.
and also though I'm not touching it. I think there's things living in
Yeah.
there. Oh wow! Ah, barrels. There's vines here.
Whoa.
Oh, this now. Okay, this is kind of cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's a wine press.
This
We'd
is
have
what-
our own. We could make our own wine. Okay, this is a cool room.
This is very cool. Look at all the fruit trees. This is incredible. Look. They've all these fruit trees. They've got olive trees. They've got lime trees, lemon trees, and this giant well. That is absolutely incredible.
Maybe if the garden's really long, we could just build a new house.
Hey.
Well, how'd you get on?
Interesting.
Interesting, good. Interesting, bad.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay, okay.
We found a house kind of quite pokey, like the rooms were very small, particularly the kitchen, and then we were trying to figure out like what would you use as a bedroom because the rooms were so tiny.
Once we got out of the house,
Yeah.
then the outbuildings are amazing.
There's a lot around, isn't there? How did the list go?
The list is good. So the big ones will be damp, I think.
Yeah.
There's black mold.
Yeah.
Yes, some amends on the roof with that.
Okay. There's a lot of cracks in the stone walls.
We have the basement,
Okay.
and in there in the basement we have to do some reinforcing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, and then the floor in the kitchen then as well is rotten.
Yes, it's because of this this issue that we found in the basement.
Okay. Could the internal walls go?
Yes, pretty much all of them.
That changes it, because that's what we said. There's a lot of little rooms, like just 3 big rooms would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could do another bathroom, I presume, piping-wise,
Yes,
could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, or 2. So, Leonie and Shane might have some reservations about space inside this house, but I know they're impressed by the space outside. And it's even bigger than they thought. You have 1.5 acres of a plot out here,
Incredible.
which was one of the main reasons I chose this.
Garden is the part that I love the most. Would it be an opportune thing that we could build something that we love down here and maybe use this as kind of like a guest house for when we have people coming?
We just have to certify that there's permission for it.
Okay. Yeah, but it's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Cool.
You ready to guess the price?
With all the gardens and the mature trees and the potential with it, I'm going to lean around 150.
Okay.
I'd have thought more.
Yeah.
Like, it could be 250 easily here. Easily.
So it's on the market at the moment for 89.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Like, as we know, you don't get a shed in Ireland for 89,000.
You don't? You don't get a lot.
You certainly don't get a mature garden like this, which is beautiful.
Well, lads, I'm not here to find you a building site, right? I'm here to find you a house. So, are you ready to see the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
I'm not sure Leonie and Shane were taken with the rustic charm of this first house, but I know I still have 2 more chances to bowl them over as we continue our hunt for their new home in Portugal. I'm on the hunt for good value homes in Europe for Irish people looking to make the big move. I'm in Portugal with Leonie and Shane, who are looking for the perfect place to settle down.
Let's get our home.
With the help of local architect Frederica, I've already shown the couple this rustic bargain, just 5 minutes from the historic central city of Tomar. Even though it's well within their €250,000 budget, they had some reservations.
It's too small for us. Like, we kill each other.
Yeah.
Though the weather is typically hot and dry, today's rain would be normal during winter in this region of Portugal. All the same, it's rare for temperatures to hit freezing here. I still don't have a clear picture of what works for the couple, so to test them on the next property, I've gone for something completely different. This house is a 15-minute drive from Tomar, and it's well within Leonie and Shane's budget, although they won't find out about that until later on. It's got a humongous amount of land attached, and it's also got something else I'm very excited about. This is a new house. I never get to show people new houses. This is crazy. This one I feel like is a lot more intact, and we have 4 acres. I'm going to keep that as a little bit of a surprise for them. How do you think it looks from the outside?
The only thing that I can see outside that I would change is all of this cement.
A quick growing hedge maybe would make a massive difference very, very quickly. So this room is a really great example of all the rooms in this house. Super modern, really good condition. And here we have the kitchen. It mightn't be to Shane and Leonie's tastes, but it's a perfectly functional kitchen. Obviously the attic space looks very new, almost too new, but I think they could make this work.
The space is very nice. The way the light comes inside.
I think they might like this, yeah. Too modern?
No, not too modern. It's completely different to other properties around it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
It's unusual. It reminds me a little bit like a schoolhouse or something.
We have very good tight windows and a great roof.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I would really take this concrete out and make a garden out of it.
You could fence it off, which we would have to do with the dog. Sorry, like other member of the family.
Yeah. So you have your notebook? Do
Yeah,
you ready
we
to have a
do.
look inside?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, go have fun.
Excited.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a little room.
It is.
It's sterile, let's be honest. But
Yeah.
granted, you need to furnish it.
Nice little kitchen. It's quite dark.
It kind of feels like a kitchen in Ireland, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it does. It's maybe lacking character,
It's
I would say.
100%. The whole house is lacking character.
The whole house is lacking
But
character.
granted, it is blank canvas in that.
Yeah, yeah. This is my favourite space so far.
This bit was glass and all your garden was done. Like, that would be really nice.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, yeah.
I'm wondering, is it too modern now? It's a strange combination of a really modern house, but also needs a lot of work upstairs. It's kind of strange.
Okay.
I don't know now. I'm getting a bit nervous.
Okay, this is quite cool.
Yeah. It's totally unfinished, which is the opposite of downstairs.
It is big, though. It's a big
It is
space.
big.
This could be
Yeah.
your bedroom.
Yeah, this could be a bedroom.
But it feels like a boring house, to be honest. That's the only thing.
Oh,
That
yeah,
sterile sort of, yes, very damp proof, but not a huge amount of character. But you could make this a really cool space with
Yeah,
character.
absolutely.
Well, how'd you get on?
Good.
Oh God, that's a terrible response. Sorry. Okay, talk to me. Talk to me.
I guess we found the initial part of the house a bit disappointing because it looked like it had already kind of been redone, but it probably wouldn't be the style that we would do a house in. And it was only actually when we got to the parts that hadn't really been developed, like the loft upstairs and this garage area, we thought, oh yeah, there's a bit of potential to do something with that space.
Okay.
So between, say, the kitchen is quite small, but with the garage area, there maybe?
You can take that wall.
Oh, you could take that
that's
wall.
separating the garage from the kitchen.
Yeah.
You can take that wall. It's not structural.
If you could open plan it a bit more, then it'd have more. And I think for me, then it's looking out, like visualising this as the garden. Because as it stands, for me, the soul just isn't there.
What would you think if I told you you get 4 acres with this?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
4 acres stretching down this way.
Really?
So this is really not going to be your garden at all.
Wow.
Now I want you to guess the price.
We're further in the countryside. I'm going to go 105.
Okay.
I'm going to hit it up at 120.
Yeah, so you're both wrong again. But in a good way. So 97 and a half.
Whoa.
With 4 acres.
With 4 acres.
Yeah, a bit
That's
of room there to
Yeah.
redo the inside.
Yeah.
So we've lots to think about here.
Yeah.
But I have one more to show you, so we need to hit the road.
Okay,
you
let's
ready
do
to go?
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, come on. I'm not sure either of the 2 properties I've shown Leonie and Shane has hit the sweet spot for them. Architecture in Portugal is a melting pot of influences, with Celtic, Roman, Moorish and Baroque structures scattered all over the country. But I think I've kept my favourite style to last, with this 4-bedroom 1970s farmhouse that's dripping with Portuguese promise. This showstopper comes with access to the local lake, lots of outbuildings and a vast garden area. Frederica and I have time to give it the once over before Leonie and Shane arrive. So this is our kitchen. It's very strange to see a massive hearth like this upstairs, because we are essentially upstairs in the building.
There's a small electricity box there. I think they should check it.
There is a very kind of a DIY feel to the wiring, and wiring's one of those things that you absolutely cannot DIY. Oh wow, this is so nice, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing ceiling. Wow. This is a kind of ceiling that we have in Portugal. We call it saia camisa.
That's a lot of bedrooms. And do you know what's nice as well is that they're all tucked away down in this corner of the house. So you've got kind of, I suppose, like a little sleeping quarters down here, which is really, really lovely.
What I saw also were these small little spots here. We call it a bicho de madeira.
We call it woodworm. Do you know, I'm really happy with this one. I really am.
Charming.
Yeah, it is charming. That's the word, isn't it? Yeah. Leonie and Shane are here, and I can't wait for them to see this property. So what do you think of the house?
That is big.
It is big, yeah.
It's got character.
It does.
It has a lot of character. The setting is absolutely beautiful.
Frederica seems quite happy with it as well, so
Okay.
this is a really good sign.
Solid one, a solid one.
Will you have your notebook?
Yes.
Are you ready to have a look inside?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes! Go!
Let's do it.
Go!
Just all these windows looking out onto this beautiful
The windows are
natural
really
scenery.
nice.
It's just incredible, isn't it? Ooh!
Kitchen.
It feels like I've gone back 100 years. Oh my God. That's insane. Living space. Floor's a little bit on the shaky side, but that's okay.
A lot of Holy Marys.
There's a lot of Holy Marys, yeah. There seems to be a lot of woodworm everywhere.
Write
As
it
you can
down.
see, yeah, write it down.
Are these knockdownable walls?
They feel like it.
Okay, because then you could make this space, because otherwise it's tiny. And it's
It
just
is,
another
yeah,
reception room.
it is. It's quite small. Oh, whoa. The rooms are all quite small. They're very compact.
They're tiny.
They're tiny, yeah. I don't think I've ever been as comfortable in my life. Oh, look at him, he's coming out. It's a tiny bat with a very big spider.
Let's get out of
Let's
here.
get out of here.
I think Maggie said all of this is part of it.
Wow. Oh, I love all this
Oh, she'd
nature.
be so happy.
Oh, I love the smells.
Now this one, they seem to like, but the price has just shot up. And I'm not sure now whether that could turn them off.
Well, they took long this time. Probably they found something that they really liked in here.
Yeah, I hope so.
Wow.
It smells so nice, huh?
Welcome back.
Oh,
Thank you.
good to be back.
So how'd you get on?
It's pretty amazing. The land is, it's gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
You like the land, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
well, we
good.
just find the setting to be absolutely incredible.
The outbuildings are fab.
And when you walk up the back and you can see down onto the lake, it just looks incredible.
And the inside of the house, how did you feel about that?
The first thing is when we went into the room with the, you know, like the big fire pit place, it kind of looked like medieval times.
Yeah.
You know.
It actually probably was.
Yeah, it probably was, yeah. And then we found the doors were all quite small. And then we found the tiniest bat in the world. You'd have to kind of knock down some walls.
Yeah, I think we could, and
But that's possible.
that's what we were
Yes.
wondering. But the land, like, you could just walk for miles.
So I have like a small surprise for you at the land as well, okay?
Okay.
You also get this here.
Oh, wow.
because earlier when you said about the view, that was I'm like, who's going to move in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
You!
Yeah.
So we basically have our own kitchen garden.
Basically.
Yeah.
So you ready to guess this price?
Oh, my God.
I'm going 240.
So it's on the market at the moment for 195.
195. Okay.
This was my little, I suppose, showstopper for
Yeah.
you. You need to see what your money can get you as well out here because it's a lot more than what you get in Ireland.
I love Ireland and without being disrespectful of it. But like, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't get the kitchen garden. Do you, but like
Yeah,
you would,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like there's so much, potatoes.
a lot
just
of
like,
potential with this property.
thank you.
Don't stab me! Stab me is bad.
She told you doing this is a good idea.
Well, it's been quite the adventure showing Leonie and Shane these properties, all within half an hour from the city of Tomar in central Portugal. First, we saw this charming rustic bungalow in need of some renovation, but that comes with a collection of vintage cars and its own vineyard. A little further out from the city, we found this new build with a huge loft and a very impressive 4 acres of land attached. And finally, we headed for the hills and the village of Dornez to discover this stunning traditional 4-bedroom farmhouse with a planted kitchen garden and its very own lakeside access. It's time to see which of these properties has what it takes to be Leonie and Shane's forever home here in Portugal. I kind of think maybe I know which one was your favourite.
Well, we can definitely count out number 2. Yeah, it was a bit too modern and it didn't seem to have a lot of soul. We're kind of a little conflicted between 1 and 3.
Really?
Yeah, well, I kind of liked 1 a lot because of all the charm and the character and all those vintage cars and obviously all the beautiful old fruit trees.
There was a lot to it, and
Yeah.
for Shane particularly, being close to Tomar, like it was so close. But then our hillside, you've got a hill, like do you know what I mean? And the gardens out front, and that was a key one. Your pick on 3.
I'm going to go with number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I would be 3.
Yeah.
Sold. Done. Okay, so what's the plan then? What do you think you're going to do moving forward?
I want to come up here and explore it, like stay in Tomar for a few days and come out around here. Obviously bring the dog for the paw of approval. And this will be like the proper challenge of learning Portuguese.
Yeah,
and nailing
absolutely.
it. Because I think we
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking for property, I found it a little bit overwhelming at times. Sorry, not a little bit, full on overwhelming at times. And to feel the support of you, Maggie, and Frederica, it's just been amazing. Like, it just lifts the, I don't know, there's an excitement then when you go to see somewhere. So thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I knew coming to Portugal that we were going to get better value than Ireland, but the prices are just astonishing. The fact that they love 2 of the houses was actually better than I could have expected on this little trip.